YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. Today is Monday. It's the Monday before the first game, guys, which is this Thursday, and I'm doing stars and sits, guys. So I'm gonna go through every game and give you stars and sits, and whatever questions that you have, guys, I will answer them for you. So make sure you hit me up, guys. With no further ado, let's begin. Let me see. Let me check out the chat before I get started, guys. Jack Booz, he said, just finished a 14-man bender. Yes, sir, bro. I hope you got a killer squad. I know you can draft. Jack says last place has to go downtown, perform for tips until they can afford an Uber to get home. Wow. That's awesome. I don't want to do a league like that, but I think it's going to be awesome. And life and sports talk with Jake. Life and sports talk with Jake. What's good, bro? What's going on with you, Jake? He said, yo, I got into a free league with some of my homies. How are we doing, TD? We doing good, bro. Trying to win these leagues, man. Trying to get going. It's Monday. I'm trying to give you stars and sits early, bro. Yes, sir. Okay. And life, he says, doing the draft later. Okay. Yes, sir. I got one later, too, man. I got a free league, and I'm doing one with my homeboy, Second Tech. He got me in it. So, yeah, we're going to be starting that up, guys. Guys, remember, if you want to order shirts, I got shirts coming for you. And also, guys, I got a listener league. I think I'm going to do a free $50 league. Like, it's only for the OnlyFans members. So, guys, you don't have – it's no deposit or anything. You can win $50 just for my OnlyFans, and you get a shirt. But, guys, if you just want to order a shirt, show support to the channel, just hit me up at fantasygoodsports@gmail. These are some awesome shirts. I got just about every size everybody should need. Guys, and also make sure you go to the OnlyFans. It's on the link on the bottom of the channel, guys. Make sure you click on the link, $10, and you get help, guys, and it's very personable for you. So let me see. Life and Sports Talker to say, what's the hate with Treylon Burks? He got asthma. That's the main thing, bro. He's a great athlete. He's a phenom athlete, but he got asthma. He hasn't practiced a lot. So that's the only thing that I would say. All right, guys, let's start. So what game should I start with? I'm going to start with the Steelers and Bengals. And let me get my pen so I can X this off as we go. Okay, guys. So let's start with the Steelers side. Quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky. He's a star. It's that simple. Running back, Najee Harris. He's a star. It's that simple. Claypool, yes, he is a star. Chase Claypool is a star for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, yes, guys, he is a star. Listen, this is a lot of starters, and I get it. You have to play them first week to see who's going to be the alpha on this team because there's a lot of good weapons. The Pittsburgh Steelers is a sneaky top-of-the-line offense because they might not have a top-of-the-line quarterback, so to speak, right now, but these weapons are phenomenal, if you ask me. Deontay Johnson, yes, is a starter, guys. And George Pickens, I'm going to throw the rookie in there. He's a starter. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that I'm starting. You got to squeeze it. You got to start all these guys. Let's get over to the Bengals side. Joe Burrow, that's easy, right? Smoking Joe, he's the starter, guys. T. Higgins, that's easy. He's a starter, guys. Jamar Chase. What am I saying here? I'm telling y'all to start Jamar Chase. You know you're going to start Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is a starter. Hayden Hurst. This is my guys. This is the sleeper that I've been on. Hayden Hurst is a starter. Now, listen, on a lot of these stars and sits, I'm not going to go to that regularly tight end because they're so far outside the top 12. But Hayden Hurst, this is a guy that I'm going to tell you to go ahead and start. And, guys, Joe Mixon, that's easy. You start him all day long. And this last guy, a lot of people might not be starting, but it's all according to your team. If you don't have top-of-the-line starters to fill up in your flex spots, Tyler Boyd would be a starter. I said what I said. I'd rather start Tyler Boyd even though he's a second, third-string wide receiver on an elite offense like the Bengals than to go to a sorry offense like the Seattle Seahawks and play Tyler Lockett. I might rather play Tyler Boyd over Tyler Lockett. Now, listen, it depends. I'm not saying that's you stamp that and it's over. No, but I like Tyler Boyd because he's on a good offense, right? So those are my stars and sits for the Steelers and Bengals, guys. Let's move on to the Patriots and Dolphins. Yes, guys. And, guys, I'm going to go every so often I get to the chat, but I'm going to kind of read through this until we can get past it, and then I'll go through the comments. But let's start with the Patriots and Dolphins. And I'm going to start with the Patriots. On the Patriots side, the quarterback, Matt Jones is a starter. Yes, Matt Jones is a starter. Damian Harris is a starter. Even though that I think guys is going to beat him out as the year go on, he's a starter week 1. Ramondre Stevenson, that's my guy on this team. He's a starter, guys. You starting 2 running backs on this team. Yes, I said it. I said what I said. You starting 2 running backs on this team. And Devontae Parker. Yes, you start a wide receiver. Listen, it don't look good to start a wide receiver on this team. There's a lot of wide receivers out there that you can play musical chairs with. But Devontae Parker, they paid him some money. He's a starter. Hunter Henry as a tight end, I'm starting Hunter Henry. I actually feel great about Hunter Henry as anybody other than Ramondre Stevenson. Hunter Henry is a guy that I love on this team, guys. So, yes, I'm starting Hunter Henry on this team. Let's move over to the Dolphins side. Okay, quarterback. Tua. Yes, I'm starting Tua Tagovailoa. I'm starting. It's easy. Tua is going to be a good quarterback this year, a top 12 quarterback if you ask me. Chase Edmonds. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and put Chase Edmonds in the starters. I don't know what's going to happen between him and Raheem Mostert, but you got to go ahead and start Chase Edmonds at the beginning, and then I would sit Raheem Mostert on the bench first week just to see what's going to happen. I wouldn't try to get too cute and play Raheem over Chase Edmonds. That's a little too cute, but if you want to, it's your team, I wouldn't do it. Next guy, Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. 30 points, 40 points, 30 points, 40 points, 40 points, 50 points. That's Tyreek Hill. He's a boomer. He's going to eat. I love him all day, guys. That's easy. I ain't got a lot to say about no Tyreek Hill as a starter. All right, next guy is Jalen Waddle. If he's healthy, guys, you roll him out there. You ain't got to figure out no science, how many targets he's going to get, what's going to happen. You don't got to do that. It's Jalen Waddle. He's the number 2 wide receiver on this team. He was a top rookie last year. They bought in Tyreek Hill. He's still going to eat, especially when they start doubling Tyreek. So Jalen Waddle is another starter, as long as he's healthy. And last but not least is Mike Gesicki. Listen, we fell off the train with Mike Gesicki, but you still got to start him with that team. There's so many. They're going to be trying to take Tyreek and Jalen Waddle away. Mike Gesicki is going to get enough targets to start him. So, guys, he is a starter. Okay, so let's move on to my next team. And that is going to be the Broncos and Seahawks, guys. Yes, the Broncos and Seahawks. Okay, so let's start off with the Broncos. Russell, last name Wilson. Russell, last name Wilson. Yes, guys, Russell Wilson. You start Russell Wilson, guys. And that's easy. It ain't like to say, look, I don't think Russell is going to be a top 5 quarterback. That's just me, but it's Russell Wilson. He's going to have elite games. That's just me. I think if Patrick never went down, I'd have been very high on Russell, but Patrick went down. I just need to wait and see. Next, the running back, Javonte Williams. That's easy all day long, right? Javonte Williams. Next is Melvin Gordon. Yes, you're starting 2 running backs on this team. I said what I said. You start Melvin if you got him. Now, if you got other better running backs, you don't have to start Melvin. But I put Melvin on the start list because it's so many different ways people are playing fantasy. Some people might be need Melvin to fill out that flex spot. So I'm starting Melvin. Sutton. Courtland Sutton as a wide receiver. I'm starting Courtland Sutton. That's easy. Everybody loved Courtland Sutton this year. I'm not that high on him, but I do like him. I do think he has a chance to be a top 12, top 14 guy, right? Sky's the limit for Courtland Sutton. Next, Jerry Jeudy. Yes, Jerry Jeudy, guys. Jerry Jeudy's a great route runner, but he needs to toughen up and be healthy. And I know I might be a little disingenuous to come into that because injuries happen. How I'm going to talk about injuries when I've been championing with Rashad Penny this year, and he's been hurt almost every year of his career. So, Jeudy, I'm going to give him the same opportunity. Jeudy, come on, stay out on the field. I think you will be a great wide receiver. Your routes are impeccable. I will say that. You remind me of a young Keenan Allen, but you just got to be healthy. All right, and last but not least is Albert Ogbonnawa, or whatever his name, Albert, the tight end from the Denver Broncos. You can start him. It is what it is. If you wait late to get a tight end and he's your tight end, you can start him. It is what it is. Let's move on to the Seahawks side. And no, I'm not starting Geno Smith. He's not on my list. I'm not, just because you're a quarterback, I'm not going to say start you. So hopefully, guys, y'all got better players than Geno Smith. I'm not saying Geno Smith not going to have a good game. I just rather start somebody else. But yes, so the first guy is Rashad Penny that I'm starting off this team. Yes, Rashad Penny. I'm starting him. I think he's going to have a big year. I think this team is going to be good on the offensive side of the ball, guys. So Rashad Penny, I'm starting him. The next guy is the wide receiver, is DK Metcalf, guys, and I'm starting DK Metcalf. And the reason why I'm starting DK Metcalf, guys, is because he's a phenom beast of an athlete. He don't need to have perfect targets. He's never going to get perfect targets in the Seattle. But you know what I'm saying? They don't do that type of ball. They not really spread the ball out and give you a bunch of targets. But DK is going to get alpha targets. I'm okay with playing him. He's my second or third wide receiver on my team. I love DK. I'm high on DK this year. And last but not least, guys, is Tyler Lockett. It's simple. On Seattle guys, you started Rashad Penny, DK, Travis Homer is the next guy that I'm going to throw in there. It's because the guy Kenneth Walker. And if Kenneth Walker would have went there, I would be telling you to roll out Kenneth Walker because Kenneth Walker is going to get some carries too, and especially in the passing game. But since Kenneth Walker is out, I'm going to tell you that Travis Homer is a sneaky start. That's one of my sneaky guys, and I'm going to make a video about him later. But he will get some passing downs. They're not going to put Penny out there 100% of the time. Travis Homer will come out there and get some targets. So, yeah, guys, Seahawks, 4 guys is easy. Rashad Penny, DK, Travis Homer, and Tyler Lockett. I'm starting those guys. All right, let's move on to the Bills and Rams game. Yes, the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. Okay, this is simple. Quarterbacks, Josh Allen for Buffalo. I'm starting them all day long. Next guy for the running backs, Devin Singletary, James Cook. I'm starting both of them. I'm not starting Zach Moss, but I will start Devin Singletary and James Cook. Now, some of you might not need to start James Cook. So I only put him out there because if you got guys that you're trying to find on your waiver wire to play in your flex spots, what guy do I play? Your team is a little front loaded, but not for your flexes. James Cook is a nice guy that I would rather roll out there just to see what happens. I'm not saying he's going to boom the first week, but I will roll him out there. Next is the wide receivers, is Stephon Diggs. You know that's easy. What can I say about Stephon Diggs? He's a star, and it's nothing else to say. Gabriel Davis. Yes, sir. This is his year. 10-plus touchdowns all day. It's easy. Yep, Gabriel Davis. And for the tight end, Dawson Knox. All day. I'm starting all these guys from Buffalo. This is one of the best offenses in the whole league. I think this run game is going to be elite. Okay, and so for the Rams side, Matthew Stafford, you rolling him out there. He got elbow tendonitis, but it seems like he's okay. It's a little bit better situation than Big Ben. Hopefully, because I don't want him to pop his elbow. If he pop his elbow, Sean McVay, them, y'all in trouble because y'all should have seen this coming. Next is Cam Akers. I'm starting Cam Akers. Yes, all day. And I'm starting Henderson too. Yep, Devin Henderson and Cam Akers. I'm starting this guy. They're kind of together, and I'm going to find out what happens week 1. Right? So I'm going to start both of these guys. Wide receivers, I'm starting Allen Robinson and Cooper Kupp. That's simple. That's the top receivers. Van Jefferson, I don't know if he's going to be healthy week 1. So I'm Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson. I'm starting them. I ain't worried about it. And Tyler Higbee as the tight end for them. I'm starting Tyler Higbee too, guys. He's the starting tight end. You got to roll him out here. This is an efficient offense. This is a great offense. All right, let me get to the chat. Let me read off some of the chats before I move on to the rest of the games. Okay. So Jack says last place has to go. Okay, yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, how are we doing, TD? Yep, Life and Sports Talk with Jake. He says doing the draft later. Okay. And he says, what's the hate with Treylon Burks? Yep, it's just because he got asthma. He hasn't practiced all year. Really? And Second Take says, YouTube, what's good, guys? How you doing, bro? What's up, bro? And Second Take, yeah, Life and Sports Talk, speaking to Second Take. I'm telling you guys, this is a great community. This is one of the best fantasy football communities, guys. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content, guys. Second Take says, yo, what's up, bro? And Second Take says, Mitch is probably starting for Pittsburgh. Yes, I would agree with that, 100%. Pretty Richie, what they called him. What's going on with you, bro? He said, what's good? Yes, sir. Steel King, what's up, bro? Salute. Appreciate you being here, showing support as always, bro. I'm pretty sure I've seen you, bro. If you new, I apologize. Man, thank you for subscribing to the channel, man. Thank you for being here, bro. This is a great channel, man. I appreciate you being here. Pretty Richie says, put some respect on it, everyone, and click the like button. Yes, sir. Second Take says, Boyd is a sneaky flex and has a safe floor. He does. That's why I said start him. And Second Take says, Boyd or Penny. I'm going Penny out there all day. That's easy. DeAndre Swift season. I love that name. He says, yo, I just traded my Stephon Diggs for Debo and Darrell Henderson. I love the Debo. I don't know about Darrell Henderson. I have Akers as my RB2. Okay. I see what you're doing. You squeezing that backfield, so you're going to be okay. He says, league makes wanting a veto saying I got fleeced. Did I get fleeced? Nah, you didn't get fleeced because of what you already have on your team. Would I have done it? Maybe not. But I get it. But you already having Cam Akers, then you get all that backfield. You get all them scoring points on that backfield. I get it. I would give it a B-. I don't think you got fleeced. I think the trade is good enough and it's fair enough to let the trade go through. That's just my 2 cents on it. I think you did a good job according to what you got on your team and how you're going to build it up. I like that. I like squeezing backfields. Second take says, going down today in Superflex draft. Yes, sir, bro. I'll be there. Second take says, yeah, I agree. Stevenson greater than Harris. He is. And Pretty Richard says, Tua has all the options this season to be a quarterback 1. Yep. No more excuses. I agree with you 100%, Richard. And then second take says, LSU versus Florida State was a great game last night. It was. Florida State was up 24-10, won 24-23 because, IS missed the extra point. Yes. LSU did miss the extra point. But it was some bad coaching in that game, too. Some bad coaching in that game. It shouldn't even been that close. Pretty Richard says, Penny overboard week 1. Yes, sir. Penny all day. Penny all day. Second take says, the Russ Sutton stack. I love it. I do. I like that stack, too. Yep. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content, guys. And KJ, what's up, KJ? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate you being here. He says, should I start Christian Kirk or Chase Edmonds week 1 for PPR? Christian Kirk for PPR. I'm starting Christian Kirk over Chase Edmonds. I usually don't like to do that over running backs, but I think Christian Kirk is going to get hyper-targeted. Pretty Richard says, be careful on Cam Akers. He's not 100% healthy. No, but he's still getting Darrell Henderson. So Cam's going to be okay as the season rolls over. I think he's going to get better, especially off the Achilles injury that he had. But I get what you're saying. You got to be careful if y'all thinking that you can roll him out there week 1 and he's going to be a top 12 RB. I don't think so. That's why I haven't touched him all year. Pretty Richard says, put some respect on it, everyone, and click the like button. Yes, sir. Pretty Richard says, Rashad Penny, if remains healthy, 13 to 15 games, will finish as a top 50 overall fantasy player. That's a little safe. Bro, he's going to be a top 12 RB. I said what I said. If he play that many games, he's going to be a top 12 RB. And I've been telling y'all all year. So I don't come on the channel, guys, and start talking over me, talking about Penny. Well, I've been on Penny. And it is what it is. But I told people all year, everybody, you challenged me, Penny, Penny, Penny. Okay. I remember that. And second take says, not that high on DK and Lockett. I get it. But it ain't about that offense. It's about DK as a beast. Just like if you take somebody that's great, I don't care what record label they own, what song they own. You can put J. Cole on a rock and roll beat, he gonna kill it. He don't need to be on one of the hottest beats made by Dr. Dre. No, he can be on a sorry beat made by me, and he's still a killer. So DK ain't got to be on no top-of-the-line quarterback. He can still be playing with Drew Lock or Geno Smith and still be out there and finish as a top 12 guy. And most definitely top 24. I'm not saying, listen, I want him to finish as the top 12. I understand there might be some hurdles, but top 24 all day. All day. Mark, what's going on, Mark? Glad to see you here, bro. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. This is cutting edge content. This is a great fantasy football community. Thank you for being here, bro. He says, should I drop Irv Smith for Tyler Algier? Not right now. Not right now. If you got another starting tight end that's good, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would do it. But if that's your starter tight end, no, don't drop him. But if that's your backup tight end and you just trying to stash running backs, it depends. That's why I tell guys to go subscribe to my OnlyFans, because I get to look at your whole team. Me asking you to make a move off of you just telling me 2 or 3 players, I don't know the rest of your team. You might really need Tyler Algier, or Irv Smith might not be nothing according to your team. So in a vacuum, I'm gonna give you, and I'm gonna answer this question in a vacuum. I'm gonna say no, because Irv Smith is probably a starter. Okay. And Kevin says, TD, what's good, bro? What's going on with you, Kevin? Glad to see you. Always showing support to the channel. Okay, so Kevin, I'm gonna keep this question up to keep my spot. Moderators, thank you. Help me keep my spot. And I'm going to finish reading out the rest of this list, because I don't want to go too far, answer questions, and people not getting the content that they need. So, guys, I'm going to get to everybody's questions, but let me finish reading off my starts and sits. Okay, guys, I'm going to start back with the Eagles and Lions. Yes, the Eagles and Lions. And let me start with the Eagles. The quarterback, Jalen Hurts, starter all day. Top 5 potential quarterback. Guys, that's why I love Trey Lance. Jalen Hurts didn't even barely threw for 3,000 yards and still was a top 10 guy easy. I think he could have. Was he top 5? He might have been top 5. So, guys, that's why I like Trey Lance. But going back to Jalen Hurts, guys, got tremendous potential this year through the roof. So, Jalen Hurts, you're started. That's easy. Next, RB. The only RB that I'm starting, and a lot of people might disagree because a lot of people like Miles Sanders. I'm not starting Miles Sanders. The only guy that I'm starting on this offense right now is Kenneth Gainwell week 1. And if something changed after week 1, I'm fine with that. But week 1 is going to be Kenneth Gainwell. Next is A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, new brother in town. A.J. Brown, new brother in town. A.J. Brown. Yes, guys, A.J. Brown, a phenom, a beast. I'm telling you, if he get hyper-targeted, that's going to take Jalen Hurts' game to a next level, extra 600 yards on to his passing. I said what I said. Next, Devontae Smith. Yes, guys, Devontae Smith. And yes, it's easy. You start his top 2 wide receivers. Devontae Smith was his wide receiver in college. So Devontae Smith, I'm starting him. And last but not least is Dallas Goedert. I'm starting Dallas Goedert too. Those are the stars for the Eagles. Let's move on to the Lions. The next guy is Jared Goff. Yes, Jared Goff. I'm starting Jared Goff as a quarterback for the Lions. A lot of people don't like him this year. I think Jared Goff got a chance to be top 15, maybe even top 12. I think this guy is a veteran. He has really good weapons. I think this team is going to be sneaky this year. So Jared Goff is the quarterback for the Lions. Next is DeAndre Swift. You know what DeAndre Swift, you starting him. He's a PPR monster. You roll him out there. Next is the wide receiver is Amon-Ra. Yes, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm starting him. I think Amon-Ra has a chance to be a top 5 wide receiver. Most definitely top 12 if you ask me. I love Amon-Ra. Next, guys, DJ Chark did do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark did do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark did do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark. DJ Chark did do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark did do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark did do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark. Yes, DJ Chark is a starter. I had to put him in here. There's no other weapons. James Williams isn't there yet. He's still hurt. So DJ Chark is the second wide receiver that I would roll out if you have him, if you need to play him. Not over no Amon-Ra, nothing like that. Not over a lot of other guys, but if you need a guy in flex play, DJ Chark is the number 2 wide receiver. He is a starter. So next is TJ Hockenson. You roll him out there. He's a starting tight end. Hopefully he has a better season than he had last year, but I think TJ Hockenson is a good, solid tight end. That's it. I don't think he's a phenom or anything. I just think he's good. So let's move on to the 49ers and Bears, guys. Guys, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content. So 49ers and Bears. Let's start with the 49ers. And you know who my guy is, Trey Lance. I'll roll them out there. And it's kind of, I'm expecting him to have the season that Jalen Hurts had last year, if you ask me. Next is Elijah Mitchell. Now, listen, Elijah Mitchell is kind of volatile because it's his Shanahan. He'll roll any running back out there. But if I had to start one, I'm starting Elijah Mitchell, and that's the only one I'm starting week 1. That's just me. Next is Deebo Samuels at the wide receiver position. You roll the Deebo out there. You know what Deebo is. I don't have a lot to say about that. Next is IU. IU probably going to have a breakout season. Deebo even said that IU can't be guarded in the phone booth this year. IU worked on this game all year. He did not like that Shanahan put him in the doghouse. Shanahan put Ayuk in the doghouse the first 6-7 weeks of last year, and I think it was for this. He knew with the potential that Ayuk had, and he wanted Ayuk to go to the next level to take his team, and Ayuk did. That's how you do it, bro. When people challenge you, you got to rise. It's like that at jobs. I had to learn it. Sometimes when people give you hard, they nitpicking you, and they being unfair to you over other guys, you rise to the challenge. That's what it is. That's what it's about. And Ayuk did that. Great job, Ayuk. Next is George Kittle. I love George Kittle. You roll him out there. I know him and Trey might not have the chemistry that you want. I don't care. I think that he's going to get targets to Kittle because Shanahan and Trey Lance know how good Kittle is. Moving on to the Bears. Not a lot of Bears, but I think the Bears, they're going to be sneaky, so don't sleep on them. Justin Fields, quarterback. That's easy, right? Roll Justin Fields out there. Next is David Montgomery. Yes, guys, David Montgomery. You roll him out there. He's going to be solid. Next is Darnell Mooney. I love Darnell Mooney. I think Darnell Mooney is a wide receiver 2, flex play, wherever. But I think he can even finish as a wide receiver 1, but I think he's definitely a wide receiver 2. Darnell Mooney getting all those hyper targets on this team. Next, final and last, guys, is Cole Kmet. Yes, Cole Kmet. A lot of people don't like Cole Kmet, but I think Cole Kmet is going to be a top 12 guy because there's not a lot of weapons that they need. And Justin Fields, that last game, bro, you look beautiful. I don't care if it was against third team or second team. I just need to know that you're getting better in your mind where you're reading the pre-snap, right? Before you hike the ball, like you know where to go with the ball. And you showed me that last game. That's why I'm still excited about the Bears offense as getting them with great ADP value. All right, guys. So let me get to some more questions in the chat. And I get to the rest later to these games. Second take says, should ODB be a pickup? Not right now. I wouldn't worry about that right now. Right now, I just be trying to get the guys that's like playing and it's gonna be playing like week 1. Right now, I wouldn't worry about ODB. That's way. I mean, like in Dynasty, I would stash him, but this is way too much of a stash right now in redraft. That's if you ask me. Kevin says, had first pick in a money league last night, and it felt like drafting on easy mode. Wow. Who did you take, Kevin? Let me know who did you take. And Pretty Richard says, Allen Robinson would outplay Cooper Kupp in 2022. Wow. You talking about a bold statement. That's a bold statement for you. I don't agree with that, but I respect that. But I respect that you taking that strong take right there. Because you could be true. Wow. And Pretty Richard said, yeah, talking about Cooper Kupp. Yeah, that's a hell of a statement. KJ says, what's your thoughts on Kadarius Toney drafting him as my 4th wide receiver? Great pickup. As a 4th wide receiver, that's beautiful, bro. I think Kadarius Toney has a chance to boom. I just don't know how much he plays because of his injury history. So that's a great pickup. I love Kadarius on the Giants. Implicit, what's going on with you, bro? Glad to see you here. Hey, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content, man. This is a great fantasy football community, bro. Here we make champions. Yes, we make champions here, bro. Implicit says 10-man PPR, quarterback, Herbert, running back, Henry, Kamar, wide receivers, Hill, Higgins, tight end, Hockenson, flex, J.K. Dobbins, bench, Mooney, Carr, Dak, Madison, Pierce, Dillon. Bro, take J.K. Dobbins out that bench spot. Out the flex spot, if you ask me. I'd rather have Mooney or Dillon. So I definitely probably put Dillon at my flex spot over J.K. Dobbins as the first week. Yep. And guys, go sign up for the OnlyFans. If you want to show support to the channel, only $10 a month. But after Thursday, guys, that's no longer. Like, I'm still to change the price. But up until Thursday, guys, no matter what happens, you will always pay $10 a month. I will never change that price. So make sure you sign up. Steel King. Yes, sir. He put boom, 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 boom. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Stan Steves. What's up, bro? He said, my God, what's happening? What's going on with you, bro? Glad to see you here, man. Always showing support. Mark, what's up, Mark? Mark says Dak, Debo, King, Henry, Joe Mixon, Mike, No Williams, Deontay Johnson with Hopkins, Damian Pierce, Kareem Hunt on the bench. I am going to take these boys. Yes, sir, bro. I love that. I love that. I'm not high on that, but I got it. You stacked your team and got quarterback kind of like in your mid tier. So I'm okay with that. But you got Debo, King, Henry. Those are number 1 guys, right? Debo was the number 1 wide receiver. King Henry was the number 1 wide receiver. Running back until he went down. Joe Mixon was a top 5 running back. Mike Williams was a top 5 receiver until he got hurt. I love that. And then Deontay, hyper target guy. D-Hop coming back week 6. Damian Pierce ready to start off week 1. I think you got a solid team, bro. I'm going to give that team a B+, A-. B+, A-, bro. Stan Steve says LSU look like they need to fire the coach this morning. Yeah, but look, he's coming in. This is his first game. Give him a chance. Give him the rest of this year. Let him prove himself for the rest of this year. Brian Kelly's a pretty good coach. He's a fundamental type coach. Man, I trust him. I don't think he's great, but I think he's good. And I think LSU made a good hire as far as what was out there. King is king. What's up, bro? Glad to see you here. He says Travis Etienne or Devin Singletary. Bro, I'm going to go with Devin Singletary. That's a little edgy. I think Travis Etienne is fine, but I'm going to go with Devin Singletary because I think this offense is going to be better, and I think this is going to be a top 5 rushing offense on the Bills. So I'm going to say Devin Singletary. That's a little edgy, but I like Devin Singletary. Mark says Dak or Carr week 1. I'm going to go with Carr. Week 1. What's going on, Ben? What's going on, bro? Ben says Nico Collins or Drake London in the flex. I'm going to go with Nico Collins. That's a little edgy, but I'm going with Nico. Mark says, I got Dallas Goedert at tight end. Might have to drop Irv. Yeah, that's what I would do. If you got Dallas Goedert, I'll start Dallas Goedert over Irv Smith. But Irv Smith is on a good team, man. A lot of weapons. So I agree with you. I still go with Dallas, but Irv Smith is going to have sneaky weeks. Pretty Richie says Travis or over Singletary. I disagree with that. I'm going Devin. People are sleeping on Devin Singletary. He's a starter, man. I'm going to say Devin Singletary, but it's close. It's not crazy to say Travis because Travis actually would be better to say because of his draft capital and all that. I'm going to go with Devin Singletary. I think it's a better team and a better offense. Pretty Richie says that Mark, Dak over Carr. I disagree with that. I'm going to go with Carr. Carr got some weapons. They're going to pass. They're going to look for him to pass at least 3 touchdowns. If they don't do that, then why do you bring him in? They don't have a great run game. So, to me, I'm going to say Carr. But Dak is solid. Dak is solid. He just don't have that many weapons. He only got CD. And Dalton Schultz. Alfred Williams. What's up, bro? Glad to see you here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. This is a great channel, man. Great community. He says, I drafted Albert O, but I just picked up Pat Freiermuth off Ravens. Who you think I should start week 1? I'm going to say Pat Freiermuth all day. Chris Carter. What's up, bro? He says Jared Goff is a great late super flex value for you later. Yep. He had weapons. Yes. He has weapons, guys. So, yeah, I agree. Jared Goff is going to ball out. I love Jared Goff as a sleeper quarterback. Pretty Richie says TJ Hawkinson will be consistent if he remains healthy. He might be consistent, but I don't know what that's going to be. Amon-Ra St. Brown is the man on that team. Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I think Hawkinson will be fine. Second take says, can we go over the Lions? We'll beat because before you said they get over 6.5 wins. Can we go over who Lions will beat? Because before you said they get over 6.5 wins. Yes, I think they do get over 6.5 wins. I'll do a live on that later. I didn't write the teams down, but if we got time, I'll go over the schedule and look at it and let you know. But yeah, they definitely get over 6.5. They win 8 games this year, if you ask me. Kavi Gandhi, what's up, bro? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. He says, should I trade Deontay Johnson, TJ Hawkinson, and Elijah Mitchell for Mark Andrews if I have Lamar as my quarterback and Johnson is my flex and Mitchell is my backup? PPR, my starting wide receivers are DJ Moore and Lamb. And TJ Hawkinson and Elijah Mitchell. I think that's fine. If you got a weak tight end, you can go get that killer tight end, and then you still got other players because you don't need Deontay. He's not your number 1 wide receiver. DJ Moore and Lamb are. I think you're fine. And you got hopefully you got good running backs other than Elijah Mitchell. I think that's a nice move. I get what you're doing, bro. That's a B+ move. I'm going to say that's a B+ move because you're going to be better at the tight end position with Mark Andrews, which is going to make your team better. I get that. Second take says, yeah, I like Ayuk. I do too. I think Ayuk is a monster. I think Ayuk's going to be a bust-out wide receiver this year. But, man, this is a lot of weapons on San Francisco. San Francisco probably got the best roster in the whole NFL, if you ask me. Mark says, what's up, bro? RBs are Chubb, Stevenson, and Pierce need to start too. Okay. Chubb, and I'm going to say Pierce. Chubb and Pierce. That's a great problem to have because I like Stevenson, but I'm going to say Chubb and Pierce. Pretty Richie says, at Terry, does the 49ers front office keeping Jimmy G as the team backup quarterback concern you with the lease that the coaches apparently has on Trey Lance? No, guys, listen. Jimmy G, why would you want to get Jimmy G? Why would you want to do it? Like, Jimmy G is not the guy. Everybody knows that. Look, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to make a comparison to relationships when you're dating people. Jimmy G is the girl that knows she's not that pretty. She's not pretty enough. But you are having relations with her, right? And so she's not going nowhere. She's going to wait for you to go ahead and run off with Margot Robbie, Jennifer Lopez, and have your rendezvous with her for 5 or 6 years. What'll happen? But guess what? Jimmy, the girlfriend, is going to be sitting there waiting because nobody really wants her. She's not been validated. She's okay pretty. Jimmy was just a backup plan. He ain't doing nothing with Trey. Trey can go out and play 6-7 bad games. Unless Trey go out and throw 5 picks each game for 5 games, they ain't not bitching no Trey. They trade. You see all the draft capital, guys. Come on, you and I get it. So that's why you asking me. So I'm trying to give y'all my 2 cents on this. Jimmy is not gonna do anything with Trey. Why you think they would try to do that with Jimmy and Trey? Like, this is not Tua. They did that with Tua, and they almost ruined Tua. They're not doing that with Trey. So Jimmy's just a backup. Jimmy even know it. Jimmy's like, I don't want to go nowhere. Y'all gonna give me time for my shoulder to get healthy. So Jimmy's just gonna take what he can get, right? He's the ex-girlfriend that's gonna sit there and you can call her at 1 o'clock in the morning and she'll let you come over. But you want to be with the other girl. You want to have a family with the other girl. You see your future with the other girl, and it's gonna be tremendous, right? You're like, oh my God, we're gonna have pretty, beautiful kids, and we're gonna be going to Cancun and Hawaii, and we're gonna be a couple on TV. But then you sneak off and you run with that girl when nobody knows, and you don't want nobody. So it's just a backup plan. That's all Jimmy is just a backup plan. But that's a great question, though, Pretty Richie. Dustin, what's going on, Dustin? I remember you from last year, bro. Glad to see you. He said, would you start Gabe Davis over any of the fallen? Amon-Ra St. Brown, Deontay Johnson, Darnell Mooney. Over Deontay Johnson. I would start Gabriel Davis over Waddle. I'm sorry. I would start him over Waddle. Waddle is the guy. I would start him over Waddle. Woo! That's a great question. That's a great problem to have, man. And it's because of Waddle injury. But if everybody was healthy and going, I would do it over Deontay. But since Waddle has a little bit of injury, if you feel that Waddle is 100% healthy, then I would say go start him over Deontay. But if you don't believe that, if you believe that Waddle is 100% healthy, if you don't believe Waddle is 100% healthy, then you play him over Waddle. So it's all about Waddle health, what you think Waddle is. Great question, though, Dustin. Glad to see you here, bro. Ethan, what's going on, Ethan? Ethan says, who's better in fantasy, Diggs or Jamar Chase? Jamar Chase all day. Ethan says, Carr or Tua week 1. I'm going to still go with Carr over Tua. I like Tua, but I'm going to still go with Carr. Kevin says, I took Jonathan Taylor, Debo, DK, Andrews, ETN, Renfro, Hurts as starters with Michael Thomas, Stevenson, Penny, Tony, Cousins, Gallup, and Njoku on the bench from the first position. I like that. I like that team. I like Renfro, Hurts as your starters. Then you got guys like Michael Thomas, Stevenson, and Penny. Yeah, man, you got a good squad, bro. I'm going to give that squad a B+. And guys, remember, I don't do a lot of I don't do ranking teams. If you want me to rank the team, come over to OnlyFans, and I'll rank your team any day, anytime. Any questions that you have. Pretty Richard says, at Dustin Gabe over each except Almond. Yeah, it just depends. Except I like Almond, but it just depends. It just depends. Ray, what's going on, bro? He said, the man, the myth, the legend, TD. Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate it. Ethan says, Carr over Brady. No, Brady over Carr. Brady over Carr. Boz, what's going on, Boz? He said, move. Gavin stood 933. What's up, bro? He said, what's up, bro? We have our fantasy draft today. Yes, sir. I'm going to be on it, bro. I got you. I'm going to be there. And Ray says, what you think about Chase Edmonds as RB2? I think Chase Edmonds is a good RB2. If that's the best running back on your team, he's okay to have him as an RB2. I mean, you can have him an RB1 if you got killer wide receivers. Martin Castillo, he said, bro, Drake London or Rashad Penny as the flex. I'm going to say Rashad Penny all day. Mark says, had you step away for a few minutes, missed the answers. Chubb, Stevenson, or Pierce? I'm going to just rank them. Chubb, Pierce, and Stevenson. Stevenson and Pierce is very close. I'm going to say Pierce as in week 1. But this could change week 2, man, because Stevenson could come out there and get that bulk of the workload like I think he can over Harris. Then I'll go back to Stevenson. But right now, I'm going to say Chubb, Pierce, Stevenson. And this is the last comment, guys, and I'm going to read out the rest of the starts and sits. Thai says, sup, bro? He says, in the flex, J.K. Dobbins or Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Dillon, Robin Woods. I'm going to say A.J. Dillon. And that's tough, man, over Amon-Ra St. Brown. Even in 4 PPR, this is a tough decision between A.J. Dillon and Amon-Ra. Very, very tough. But I'm going to say A.J. Dillon. All right. So let me get to the rest. All right, guys. The first game I'm gonna talk about is, the next before we finish off this list is Bucks and the Cowboys. So to start with the Bucks, Tom Brady is a star. Leonard Fournette is a star. Mike Evans is a star. Julio Jones is a star. And if Godwin's out there and they started him, they rolling him out there, go ahead and start him. I don't know. I don't know what he is. To me, I haven't picked any Godwin because of the knee injury. But if they say he's starting, you roll Godwin out there. I wouldn't expect a lot. But Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, Tom Brady, those are easy starts all day long. Cowboys. Prescott, Zeke. Yes, Prescott. I'm starting Prescott. I'm starting Zeke. I'm starting Tony Pollard. I'm starting CeeDee Lamb, and I'm starting Dalton Schultz. Yes, those are the starters for the Cowboys. All right, guys, let's move on to my Browns and Panthers game. The Browns and the Panthers. For the Browns, I'm not starting Jacoby Brissett, so he's not going to be a starting quarterback on this list. But it's going to be Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, David Njoku, and Amari Cooper. Yes, you start those guys. I know Amari Cooper is not there's no quarterback that you really rolling out there, so why would you start Amari? Because he's a starter. He can have one touchdown for 4 catches. So you want to be able to get those points. But I'm not starting this team over a lot of other teams, right? It's so to speak, because they don't have a good quarterback. So that knocks all the guys' fantasy down. But Nick Chubb, I'm definitely starting him. And Kareem Hunt, too. And David Njoku. And I'm going to have to say Amari Cooper. All right, going on to my Panthers. Baker Mayfield is a starter. CMC is a starter. DJ Moore is a starter, and Robbie Anderson is a starter. So I'm starting those guys. I'm not starting no tight end for the Panthers. Who knows what Tommy Trimmer's going to do. But Baker Mayfield, CMC, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, you got to roll them out there, for at least week 1. All right, Colts versus Texans. The Colts versus Texans, guys. Start with the Colts. Matt Ryan, you rolling them out there. Jonathan Taylor, duh. What you talking about, TD? Naheem Hines. So this is a special player. Naheem Hines, guys, is going to be special week 1. And I think going into the season, this is going to be a special player. So Naheem Hines, I would start him and Jonathan Taylor together if I got both of them. I said what I said. I'm starting Naheem Hines and Jonathan Taylor together. And last but not least, Michael Pittman. And before I roll out any other wide receivers, I got to wait. So those are the only guys that I'm starting for the Colts. Let's move on to the Texans. Davis Mills, that's easy. I'm starting him. Damian Pierce, I'm starting him. Nico Collins, I'm starting him. And Brandon Cooks, I'm starting him. I'm rolling those guys out all day. All right, let's move on to the Saints and Falcons game, guys. The Saints, Jameis Winston. I'm not that high on him, but I guess you got to roll him out there. I'm not high on him, but you got to roll him out there. Alvin Kamara, he's not suspended. Top 5 all day. You got to roll him out there. Michael Thomas, it just depends on his injury. If they say he's a starter, you play him. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I don't play him because he haven't practiced and this. I'm not playing that game. I don't know. I'm not the beat writer, but I'm not the beat writer at practice. So I'm going to say to go ahead and roll him out there if he's healthy. Next is Chris Olave. You go ahead and play Chris Olave. Those are the 4 guys that I'm playing for the Saints. Jameis Winston, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, and Chris Olave. Moving on to the Falcons, Marcus Mariota. Yes, he's a starter on my team. I'm starting Marcus Mariota. Drake London, I'm starting him. Good wide receiver, a young rookie wide receiver with great size, good talent. If he's healthy, you roll him out there. I wouldn't expect a lot out of him week 1 because he hasn't practiced the last 2 to 3 weeks, but he is an alpha wide receiver. He has he got good attributes. He was the number 1 wide receiver taken off the board this year with a lot of good wide receivers in this draft. So you do start him. Kyle Pitts. Duh, TD. What you talking about? Cordell Patterson. Yes, you roll Cordell Patterson out there. Yes, Cordell Patterson. I know a lot of people sleeping on him, but listen, guys, if they'd use him in the preseason, I would have been like, I don't know. They're using him all because they need this guy. They ain't talked about no Tyler Algier. I think Cordell Patterson is still going to have a lot of running back carries in this team. I said what I said. I still think Cordell Patterson is going to have a lot of carries on this team. All right, let's move on to the Raiders and Cowboys, guys. So starting with the Raiders, Derek Carr, a starter. Duh, TD. Jacobs. Yes, Jacobs is a starter. You roll him out there if you have him. Darren Waller. Yes. I'm pretty sure he's got rid of the injury. I think he's going to be fine. And Devontae Adams. Duh, TD. What you talking about? Hunter Renfrow. I'm rolling him out there too. Hunter Renfrow is going to ball out. I love Hunter Renfrow. He's one of my special players this year that I like. All right, let's go on to the Chargers. And guys, this is what I would call a fantasy football party. This is the game. Now listen, I'm giving y'all the sauce. This is for my OnlyFans, but I like to give y'all sauce too. But this is something for my OnlyFans. In DFS, this is what I'm targeting this game. Raiders and the Chargers. This is going to be 30 to 40, 40 points, 50 points, 60 points. This is going to be a lot of scoring in this game. So make sure you ride this game out and play all your fantasy players that's on these teams. So Herbert, TD, what you talking about? Keenan Allen, easy all day. Austin Eckler, yes, Austin Eckler, yes, Austin Eckler, guys. Austin Eckler, you starting him. And Mike Williams, the top 5, he was a top 5 wide receiver the first 4 weeks of the season. I'm rolling him out there. If this team has a big offensive year and he stays healthy, Mike Williams going to boom. And Josh Palmer. Yes, I had to throw Josh Palmer in there. I think this team can support that many players. I didn't put the tight ends in there. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe Gerald Everett does bust out, but I wanted to see at least week 1 first. All right, let's go on to my Rams and Jets. Rams and Jets, guys. Ravens and Jets. Ravens and Jets. Okay, so let's start with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson. TD, what you talking about? You starting Lamar Jackson all day. Mike Davis. Yes, guys, I'm getting a little cute here. You start Mike Davis. I'm not starting no J.K. Dobbins. Now, listen, I could be wrong. J.K. Dobbins could go out there and rush for 200 yards. I stand corrected if he does it. So I'm not starting J.K. Dobbins. I stash him, but I'm not starting him. Okay, next, guys, is Rashad Bateman. Easy, starter all day. I'm rolling with Rashad Bateman out there. Mark Andrews, you know what Mark Andrews is. You rolling him out there. What you talking about, TD? Jets. No quarterback. No Flacco. No Zach Wilson. I don't know who's starting. No Mike White. I don't care. I'm not starting no quarterback yet on the Jets. But Michael Carter. Yes, he is a starter. I'm going to start Michael Carter. Breach Hall. Yes, I'm going to start Breach Hall. Elijah Moore. I'm starting Elijah Moore. To me, he's still the number 1. I don't care about no Garrett Wilson. Elijah Moore is the number 1 on this team. And Corey Davis. Yes, Corey Davis is a starter. Do I got Garrett Wilson as a starter? No, I don't, guys. If you want to start him, that's okay. He could have a deep ball and end up being, finishing really well. I'm not starting in week 1. I need to see how these targets are going to be divided out. So, to me, it's just Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Breach Hall, and Michael Carter for the Jets. All right, let's move on, guys. Jaguars faces the Washington Commanders. Yes, the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Washington Commanders. All right, let's start with the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, all day. You start him. I think he's going to have a breakout season this year. Doug Peterson is a really good quarterback coach. Travis Etienne. I don't know what he's going to be, but I do think he gets 7 to 8 catches a game. So that's going to put him up there with the PPR guys. It's only about touchdowns. If he gets touchdowns with it, he'll be a top 12 running back. But let's see what happens. So he is the starter week 1. Christian Kirk. Yes, Christian Kirk, PPR monster. I'm rolling him out. I see him getting 12 targets the first week. And Marvin Jones. I had to put Marvin Jones out there. Now listen, Evan Ingram, I'm not starting week 1. I don't know. Is it going to be Evan Ingram? Is it going to be Dan Arnold? Who knows? But Marvin Jones, I'm going to make him a starter. It's just me. Going on to the Washington Commanders. Carson Wentz, I had to put him out there. I'm going to go ahead and start him because there's not a lot of quarterbacks out there. So Carson Wentz, you are a starter. Antonio Gibson. Hey, with the circumstances, you got a chance to be a top 5 running back. With the circumstances, you got a chance to be the top 5 running back. So I hope Antonio Gibson kill it because I love Antonio Gibson. And that's all due respect to Brian Robinson. I hope you get well soon, bro. Next, Terry McLaurin. You start him all day long. What you talking about, TD? Duh. J.D. McKissick. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and put J.D. in this. If he's healthy, you starting J.D. McKissick. If you got him and you need somebody in your flex or RB2, hopefully you don't need him as your RB2. Hopefully it's a flex, right? But J.D. McKissick is fine. All right, guys, we got 3 more games to get through. Let's knock this out. Next one is the Packers versus the Vikings. Yes, guys, Packers versus the Vikings. So let's start with the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, you starting him. You just got to roll him out there. I don't think he has the upside of what he had the last couple years, but I think he's going to be fine. So Aaron Rodgers, you starting him if that's your quarterback. Aaron Jones, you starting him. Yes, you starting Aaron Jones. A.J. Dillon, yes, you start both of these guys. You squeeze that backfield. You start both of them. Alan Lazard, he's the number 1 wide receiver with the most experience. So I'm going to start him. And Romeo Doubs. I had to get a little cute here, but Romeo showed in the preseason why he's going to get some targets. And he's going to have some good opportunities to be a good fantasy player. So I had to put Romeo Doubs. And guys, just to throw a little caveat right now to give y'all a nugget, make sure you stash Christian Watson. He will be getting targets and he will be taking the top off of defenses as the season go on. All right, this is the Vikings. Kirk Cousins. Kirk, not Kirk with the T. Kirk with the K. Kirk Cousins. Yes, guys, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. Hey, I love Kirk Cousins. He's my MVP this year. And when I do my bold prediction video, because I'm gonna do another one, Kirk Cousins is going to be on that. Kirk Cousins has a chance to win MVP this year. Next is Justin Jefferson. Duh, Judy, what you talking about? It's Justin Jefferson. Adam Thielen. I love Adam Thielen. I think he can have 10 passing, 10 receiving touchdowns along with Justin Jefferson. Yes, that's why I like Kirk Cousins. So Adam Thielen is a good guy. Dalvin Cook. Judy, what you talking about? Now, I don't believe Dalvin Cook was a first-round pick, and I wouldn't take him really in the second round, but I know what type of player. He could give you 4 weeks as RB1, and then he could get hurt. So Dalvin Cook is nothing wrong with him. It's just how many games he's going to play, because the guy is extremely talented. And last but not least is Irv Smith. And as I addressed somebody in the chat, and I told a lot of people about Irv Smith, he is a starter on this team. So I'm not going to sit there and act like he sucked. Guys, he could have some games where he was number one wide receiver on the team because they took away Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson and KJ Osborne. No, I did not put KJ Osborne in this week. Not this week, but it's time coming. You be watching KJ Osborne. Be stashing KJ Osborne. He's a sneaky player this year. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Got 2 more games left. Giants and the Titans. Yes, the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. So, first for the Giants, I had to put Daniel Jones. I'm not very excited, but I think he'll be okay. And I got to admit, I made a video about Daniel Jones being not a great quarterback, but being a good quarterback this year and being a lot better. I could be wrong. I'm still going to stand by that. I think he's going to be better than last year, but it don't look good so far. He hasn't played as good as Tyrod Taylor and stuff in training camp. But I'm gonna stick to what I said. I'm gonna own it. I said that Daniel Jones would be maybe a top 12 fringe guy. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I accept that. But Daniel Jones is a starter, so I'm starting this week if that's the quarterback that you have to start on your team. Which hopefully you have somebody better, unless it's super flex. But Saquon Barkley, easy all day long. You starting Saquon. I love him this year. He's gonna get out in space. Thank you, Dayball. Damn, I don't know why I got him on there. But next is Rondell Robinson. Yes, guys, Rondell Robinson is a wide receiver. I'm starting Rondell Robinson. Yes, I said what I said. Next is Kadarius Toney. I'm starting Kadarius Toney. There's not a lot of weapons on this team, but the guys that's on here, Rondell Robinson, Kadarius, I'm starting. Me with Kenny Golladay, I'm not starting on Kenny Golladay. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to see something in camp, or not camp, but I'm going to have to see something in the game. Other than that, I'm not starting on Kenny Golladay. On the Titans, Ryan Tannehill. Yes, guys, but let me tell you something. Ryan Tannehill is a startable. But Malik Willis is the guy that I want to be stashing. I said what I said. This is cutting edge content right here. Thank you for coming to Fantasy Good Sports where you get this type of content. Malik Willis I believe will be starting on this team before the season over if they want to actually win. If the head coach don't want to win, then that's on him. He won't start Malik Willis. But Malik Willis is better, even though he don't have the experience in his mind. And I'd rather take the quarterback that has more experience, but not with Malik. His attributes are so good, you got to move on from Ryan Tannehill. That's just my 2 cents. But let's get back on topic. Derrick Henry is a startable. It's a starter. Kyle Phillips. Yes, I'm getting a little cute right here. I'm starting Kyle Phillips on the Tennessee Titans. I said what I said. I'm starting Kyle Phillips, the rookie. And Austin Hooper. Yes, Austin Hooper is a starter, the tight end, guys. I'm starting Austin Hooper on this team. And last but not least is Treylon Burks, and that's just for straight up upside. If you got Treylon Burks as a flex, I think he's a great flex play because he can have a 70 or 80-yard touchdown. This guy's that fast, that big, and that strong. So Treylon Burks as my last but not least guy. All right, guys. So let's move on to Chiefs and Cardinals. Yes, Chiefs and Cardinals. So this is the last game, guys. Yep, this is the last game. Okay. So, yep. So for the Chiefs, quarterback, Pat Mahomes. What you talking about? Yeah, Pat Mahomes, you starting him. CEH, yeah, he's a starter. Until something else goes on, Pacheco beats him out, CEH is the starter. He had gallbladder surgery last year. Hopefully he can come back have a little bit more strength. I do think he's better than what he played last year. I do think he can be a fringe PPR monster guy, like getting a bunch of catches. But they haven't used him like that yet in his career. But yeah, CEH. Next guy, this is a little sneaky guy. A lot of people ain't saying starter, but Mecole Hardman. If he's healthy, I'm starting Mecole Hardman. I think that big play upside with all these other weapons, they're going to be able to sprinkle Mecole Hardman in there as the gadget boom guy. that Tyreek was the beginning of his career. And Miko Hardman will never be Tyreek, but he'll be a gadget boom guy where he can run past people, right? Next is Juju. Yes, guys, Juju B. I call him Juju Bees. But yeah, Juju he's a veteran wide receiver underneath. He's basically like a second tier tight end. So him and Travis Kelce gonna work the middle of the field together. So you can't, if you double Travis Kelce, Juju gonna work underneath and catch the ball. If you double Juju, which you ain't gonna do, not no Travis Kelce gonna kill you like he always have. Next, guys, is Travis Kelce. That's easy. TD, what you talking about? That's obvious, Travis Kelce. Next is MVS. Yes, guys, MVS. And the reason why I got so many guys starting because it's Pat Mahomes. He's going to be spreading this ball out. Who it goes to, I don't know. So if you pick anybody off this team, you got to play musical chairs with them. So I put all the musical chairs out there, play the music, and watch the music stop and see who it is, right? All right, so let's go to the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, quarterback. What you talking about, TD? You starting Kyler Murray all day. Next is James Conner. Remember what I said now? I did a video about Kyler Murray and James Conner. Those are handcuffs. I said what I said. You never heard that before, right? A running back and a quarterback can be handcuffs. Kyler Murray is not going to run the ball in that much because they want to grow from him getting injured. So that's why they brought in James Conner, and hopefully James Conner can take off some of those rushing goal line touchdowns. So if you play both of these guys, you're gonna get all the rushing touchdowns from Arizona, and you're gonna get all the passing touchdowns. That's what I'm talking about, squeezing a team. That's how you do it. Excuse me, guys. And next is Marquise Brown. D-Hop ain't back, so Marquise Brown's gonna get hyper targeted. Zach Ertz, if he's healthy, you start him. If he's healthy, you start him. He's 6'6". Kyler Murray love tall guys. Next is Rondale Moore. If he's healthy, you start him. This is Arizona, guys. This is a bunch of weapons that you have to roll them out there because you don't know who's going to hit week one. And last but not least, guys, is A.J. Green. I couldn't ignore A.J. Green. He's not a normal starter, but he's the only really tall outside wide receiver that they got. Other than Zach Ertz, which is a tight end, they need another guy. So A.J. Green can be like the D-Hop, kinda. I'm not saying he D-Hop right now, but he could kind of be D-Hop until D-Hop comes back week 6, week 7. So, guys, those are my starts and sit. So let me get to the questions in the chat. Let me see where I was at. Okay, here we go. So Castillo says, bro, Drake London or Penny as a flex. Penny all day. Yep. Mark says, had to step away for a few minutes. Missed the answer. Chubb, Stevenson. Okay, yeah, I did that question earlier. It's going to be Chubb, Pierce, Stevenson. And Thigh, what's up, bro? He said, what's up, bro? He said, in the flex, J.K. Dobbins, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Dillon, Robin Woods, A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon, but it's close between him and Amon-Ra. Very, very close. Kyle Singer, what's up, bro? Glad to see you here. He says, pick 2 RBs, 2 wide receivers, and 1 flex. PPR. David Montgomery, Kareem Hunt, Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones, Cordero Patterson. Okay, so 2 RBs would be Tony Pollard, and Aaron Jones. No, I'm going to give you this. David Montgomery and Aaron Jones. Those are the 2 RBs. I love Tony Pollard, but I can't go over a starting RB. So I'm going to say David Montgomery and Aaron Jones. 2 wide receivers, Stephon Diggs. So you got Godwin, Lockett, and Julio. I'm going to say Stephon Diggs and Julio Jones. Stephon Diggs, Julio Jones, David Montgomery, and Aaron Jones. Great question, bro. Those are your 4 starters. Mark says, thanks for the advice. Love your lives. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yep, guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Kevin says, TD, are you confidently starting A.J. Dillon in week 1? Yes, sir, bro. Easy. I like A.J. Dillon almost just as much as I like Aaron Jones. Like, bro, there's no difference between those guys. I know that sounds a little edgy because Aaron Jones got a lot of history of what he's done. So I know what I'm saying is edgy, right? I get it. I know what I'm saying. But, bro, A.J. Dillon, bro, he's the only goal line back. Aaron Jones can't do what A.J. Dillon does, but A.J. Dillon can do 90% of what Aaron Jones does. The only thing you're not going to ask A.J. Dillon to do is to line up at outside wide receiver and make a corner miss and run deep. That's the only, and he can do that too a little bit, just a little bit. But, bro, so A.J. Dillon has a spot on this team that's like, He's like the honey spot of this team. Nobody does what he does. He's the special guy that makes this engine roll. Like he's the thing, man. So I love AJ Dillon, bro. I'm very confident in AJ Dillon. Very, very confident in him. Marcos, what's up, bro? From Facebook. Glad to see you here, man. He says half point PPR. Waddle, Michael Thomas, Gabriel Davis, Allen Robinson. I'm gonna say Gabriel Davidson, and it's really the touchdown upside. But I'm gonna say Gabe Davis over all those guys. I would like to say Michael Thomas, but I don't know, bro. I need to see a couple of weeks of him coming back and being healthy. Allen Robinson, I need to see him play with Matthew Stafford. Waddle, I don't know how many carries. I don't know how healthy he is. I don't know what's going to happen in Miami. I do like him in Miami, but I need to see him be healthy. So as in right now, it's Gabriel Davis all day. And Pretty Richie, what they called him, says sure, and click the like button, fellas. Yes, sir. Ian Taylor, what's up, bro? He said, TD, happy Labor Day, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for showing support to the channel, guys. I really, really appreciate it, guys. I love you guys. I really do. I love doing what I do, right? That's why I can come over here and do this and got 2 or 3 jobs that I do. I actually put my family second to this sometimes. I do, guys. I have to push my son. That's why you hear my son crying. He be trying to get in the room. I'm like, nah, I got to go do this content. It is what it is, guys. That's how life is. You got to do what you love. Because it's going, as I make money on this, it's going to help my family out too. But listen, I love doing what I'm doing, guys. And I want to show y'all guys appreciation for y'all coming in and watching me. Like, who am I? I'm a nobody. But you come and watch me, and I appreciate that, guys. And that means you respect my fantasy football knowledge. Yep. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Ryan D says, thoughts on my 2-quarterback flex team. Okay. Super flex team. Lamar, killer. I love that. Kamara, killer. Lamb, killer. Pitts, killer. Kirk Cousins, Renfro, Lazard. Bro, that's an A+. That's no cap. I'm not capping. Those players, man, that looks like my team. I wouldn't have Kamara and Lamb on there, but I know what Kamara and Lamb is. It's just I didn't choose them, right? I'm choosing Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase or somebody. But Kamara and Lamb, killer. The number 1 tight end, if you ask me, with Pitts, Kirk Cousins, MVP, Renfro, 30. Renfro could be a top 5 wide receiver. Lazard, the number 1 wide receiver with Aaron Rodgers, with Ramondre Stevenson ready to take over the New England Patriots with Damian Harris getting old. Bruh, I love your team. That's an A+. And it's hard for me to give anybody an A+. Great team, Ryan. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Ron D said 12 team. You killed it. And, bruh, don't take this offensive, but the guys that you playing with, I think they Garbino. Because I'm not going to let you get that in a 12-team league. No way possible. But I could be wrong, man. And I say that with all due respect. Second Take says, yeah, happy Labor Day. Appreciate that. Second Take, thank you. And Julio. What's up, Julio? Glad to see you. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, bro. I'm glad to see you here, man. Thank you for showing support to the channel. Great fantasy football community, guys. Shoot out Julio, moderators. Show these guys appreciation that's new, guys, in here. That's why I made y'all moderators for. I want people to feel welcome in here. This is not I'm the smartest guy ever in the history of fantasy football. I'm never wrong. I'm crazy. This is not what this channel. This is a great community, right? I know I'm edgy, but this is also a great community, guys. So welcome in my boy Julio. He says, what do you think of Josh Jacobs? I think eventually his position will get took, but he could go against it, and he could be like, okay, you want to take my position and outwork everybody and boom this year, which I doubt. I actually think Zamir White is going to be getting carries, and him and Zamir White is going to be splitting carries, and Amir Abdullah, this is another sleeper, Amir Abdullah would come in and get all the passing work like James White. Amir Abdullah is James White. Josh Jacobs is kind of like LeGarrette Blount for them. I don't know how much they trust him, what they're going to do with him. They will use him. And I believe that Zamir White is like a young Sony Michel for them, where they want to work him in there and get him carries, right? So that's what I believe, bro. So Josh Jacobs, I'm not tremendously high on him. I actually rather handcuff him with Zamir White. So make sure you handcuff him with Zamir White. Gabriel, he says, Robert Woods of the Titans, non-start for you. Yes, bro. I like Kyle Phillips over him. He could be fine. He probably is a good, decent starter. I don't think, what is his floor? Is he going to have 15, 20 points? He could, bro. So listen, Don't take my word on it. Robert Woods is gonna get targets. He's fine. He's a veteran. He's coming off a knee injury. And I know how Robert Woods played. I just don't think he's enough to draft him at his ADP to really help you out. But if you already got him on your team and you need a flex play, and he's probably the most experienced guy, he might be an okay starter for week 1. He could, be a top 24 guy. I'm not going to say he ain't. But to me, he just don't have enough upside. Not that he sucks. Robert Woods is a solid, good player, been his whole career since he played in Buffalo. But he's plays on the Tennessee Titans. They got Treylon Burks trying to come out there. You got Kyle Phillips working in the slot. I just don't know what he does and how many targets he get and how healthy he is. But I do know the guy does have talent, man. So I don't want to be disingenuous. But that's a good question. Good question. Way to challenge me, Gabriel. That's a great challenge. Great challenge. Pretty Richie says, keep Isaiah Pacheco on standby. If CH falters, Pacheco will surprise. Yes, guys. Pacheco is a great stash. You stash Pacheco. And King says Christian Kirk or Devin Singletary week 1. Wow. In full PPR, this is close. In full PPR, I'm going to go Christian Kirk, but I like Devin Singletary in half-point PPR or standard. But full PPR, I'm going to go Christian Kirk. But it's very, very close. I like Devin Singletary week 1. Devin Singletary is going to have 1 rushing touchdown. I know. I bet on that. Possible 2, because everybody's going to be trying to take Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis away, and Dawson Knox and Khalil Shakir and Isaiah McKenzie. They're going to be trying to take these guys and Josh Allen, his legs away. And so what's going to be wide open? That damn run game up the middle. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be an elite rushing offense. You want to get some of these rushing running backs on this team. Not Zach Moss, but James Cook, Devin Singletary. I love these guys in the future, guys. I think this is going to be an elite rushing offense. Remember what I said. Now, if I'm wrong, I admit it. Hold me accountable, guys. Help me remember what I'm saying. Patrick Feld says, do I start Brady or Prescott? I'm saying Brady all day. I'm not saying Dak Prescott sucks, but it's Tom Brady. Mark says, for my flex, Stevenson, St. Brown, or DJ Moore. Pick 2. Woo. I'm going to say in full PPR, I'm going to say St. Brown and DJ Moore. St. Brown and DJ Moore. No. What's up? What's going on? Glad to see you back. Yes, sir. I do remember you. Yes, sir. I remember that emoji. Satiti, we back, baby. You remember me? Yes, sir. I do. He says, I took Tyreek Hill last year. Was that a bad move? Oh, he said this year. I'm sorry. Excuse me, guys. No, that's a great move. That's a Triple Crown potential winner. That's going to be one of my bold predictions. I already made it earlier. But Tyreek Hill to win the Triple Crown. That's one of my predictions. Mark says, running backs are Chubb, Pierce, and Stevenson. Okay. Wide receivers are Pittman, Waddle, St. Brown, and DJ Moore. Should I trade to upgrade my RBs? I love Pittman. Waddle is straight. I love St. Brown and DJ Moore. You could trade Waddle to get one more RB if you want it. But I think your team is straight, man. I think you need to don't want to trade too soon. Go out there week 1 and see what happens. And maybe you might not, maybe Chubb, maybe you want to get rid of Chubb. Maybe Chubb don't give you the ceiling what you think he's going to get with Jacoby Brissett being his quarterback. So I think you got a little upside where you could take a package in 2 of these guys to get a tremendous big time guy. I don't know if it's Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, somebody like that, right? I think you can do that, but I think you have a solid team right now. I think you have a B+ as those guys who tell them those are B+ guys, and they can easily be A guys. So I think you just need to wait it out and see. But guys, hopefully my earpiece doesn't go out. Let's try to get through this earpiece. Let me see if I can charge it. Okay. Mark says, TD, you are a somebody to my. Thanks for doing this for us. Thank you, bro. Anytime. Anytime. He said, TD, you are a somebody to my. Thanks for doing this for us. Anytime, bro. I love doing this. Actually, I'm being disingenuous. Bro, I love talking, right? I'm talking sports. This is what I do, bro. But so I appreciate you, man. Anytime. Guys, make sure you give me a like button. Subscribe to the channel to help the channel out, and go subscribe to my OnlyFans, guys. That's how you show support to the channel. Anona says 10 team have PPR. Russell Wilson, Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, love that. CMC, DeAndre Swift, Kittle, Marquise Brown, love it. Love it. Only thing that I would actually say that I thought maybe you could have done a little bit better, but this is my 2 cents, is the Russell Wilson. But the rest of those guys are boom guys. Let me see. And Nigel said, bro, what's up? What's up, Nigel? Yes, sir. He said, the stream is popping. Yes, it is, bro. It is. And Matt Galloway in the house. He said, bruh, great live, bro. Keep giving him that gas. I'm going to try to, bro. I'm going to try to. And Pretty Richie said, what's good, Julio Martinez? Welcome to the family. Thank you, Pretty Richie. Thank you, guys. That's what, hey, I need your guys to help Pretty Richie out. He moderate by himself. He's been doing it for me for about 2.5 years, man. And I appreciate him too, man. I give him a hard time a lot because, guys, he works for the channel. And I want this channel to be great. But I give him a hard time, man. But he's a great guy, man. I have nothing bad to say about him, man. I appreciate you, bro. And we're going to the top, bro. I want you to know that. Thanks for putting up with my bullshit, right? And I say that, but I take my channel seriously. So it ain't bullshit, but I know, man, I'm difficult to work with sometimes because I love doing what I'm doing, right? Yep. What they call it, a bull in the china shop. A bull in the china shop. That's my attitude, right? But I'm a great guy, man. So is Richie too, man. That's my homie, man. I love him. Gabriel says, all right, TD, so who 2 of those 4? Okay. Who 2 of those 4? 1 starter, 1 flex. Would you choose? Metcalf, Woods. Okay, what 2? Metcalf, Woods, London, Mooney, thanks. Metcalf and Mooney all day. Metcalf and Mooney all day. Yep. Which 2? I got you, bro. I understood you. And he says, I love that time when everybody goes crazy because of fantasy lineups. Missed it so much. Finally, football gets back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is, guys. All right, guys. So I guess I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I don't have nothing else to talk about. I gave y'all my stars and sits. Maybe I'll do another video a little later today. Or maybe I just wait till tomorrow and do another live. Talk about my bold predictions tomorrow. That's probably what the live I'm going to do is talk about bold predictions. And some other things, guys. So if you got any video recommendations for this week, just hit me up at fantasygoodsports@gmail.com. Also, guys, make sure you go sign up for for my OnlyFans, only $10 a month. Also, guys, go to the description box and click all those links. You can find me in any social media platform. I also got Pretty Richie Discord and my Discord. My Discord is not popping. Richie's Discord is popping. I'm kind of just holding my Discord back. Richie's took over that. I like what he's doing over there. So, guys, he's giving you relevant news all through the day. So you might want to go follow him on this Discord. Just click the 2 links up there and you'll find out which one is Richie's. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Let me see. Julio says, thanks for the welcome at Pretty Richie. Yes, sir. Thank you, Richie. Yeah, anytime, Julio, man. This is going to be a great fantasy football community, man. And, guys, I appreciate y'all. Y'all need a shirt like this. As you see, let me turn around and show you the shirt. This is what you can get. So if you want to hit me up at fantasygoodsports@gmail, to help show support, to buy the shirts, guys. And, guys, y'all be safe. Peace. Thank you, guys. Anytime.